So I wanted to have the class in the real classroom, except I'm missing you. That's all. Can you all see here? Okay.
Yes.
Right. Let me start with the previous class. Your, what do you call? You can all see the slide.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, miss.
You cannot see the slide.
No.
Okay, one moment. Okay, one moment. Before I start the class, I would like to check with you the file that we have been preparing about your titles for presentation, right? Where is it? I go to post files, assessment. Well, let me share.
Teacher, when is our test exam? Midterm?
Midterm. There is no
Midterm
midterm.
test?
There is no midterm test for construction technology.
Wow.
Please go through the assessment I have mentioned in the course outline. There is no midterm exam, but you will be attending the quizzes every day. Also doing assignment. There's one assignment, 10 quizzes, one theme presentation, lastly final online assessment. Open-ended questions. That's all. You do not have midterm exam and final examination. Online final examination. All right. Is it clear?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Is it audible? My voice, first time I'm sitting here. I do not know the environment here. Can you all hear me? Or should I shout louder?
Oh, loud and clear. We are hearing you. No
It's
problem.
clear, right? Okay.
Yes.
Let me share the slide to you. One moment. I can open this Excel sheet. I opened the Excel sheet already. Most of you have not submitted your titles yet. It's better you complete that form so that we can, I will come out with the schedule. I need to prepare the schedule, right? So why the numbers all jumbled? Don't disturb others' data when you are writing your title. Can you see the Excel sheet now?
Yes. Okay.
All of you can see?
Yes, miss.
Not
But
anymore.
now,
You could see it before.
What's happening to this? One moment. Can you see now? Hello. Why is not opening? I already opened the file just before. Can you see now?
yes, miss. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. In the Excel sheet, who jumble the numbers? The numbers, student numbers. Don't jumble them. Where is Abdi Yasir? Is it here? Is he here? Abdi Yasir. Abdi Yazir. Is he here? Can you answer me, Abdi Yazir Ahmad, why you didn't give the title yet? You please provide the titles. Many of you not yet given, right? There are some gaps. You can, if you enter your title, if there is any duplication, please remove them so that we have a complete list of students. For example, Darshini not yet given, Thioven, Tonka, Tong, Viam Thamdi, Wangka, Wang Ying. Many have not given the title yet. I mean, what is it? Some of you already given, but it is repeating. These names are sometimes repeating. You please check your title, right? And there is a title, but no student yet. Okay. If this is your title, put your name across this. Fill up this table so that it is complete. I can start preparing your schedule. You know your schedule before. One more thing, you need to submit your slides. I will create a assignment slide for you so that you can upload your slides through that form. I will create a form, maximum GB, 1 GB allowed for the PowerPoint. You can create PowerPoint or poster. There is no strict format, but follow one format. Okay, you can choose any format internationally or nationally, but you have to follow one formatting for poster and slides. Submit. I need to prepare the schedule first so that you can submit your slides. All these things have to be completed before week 10. In another 2 weeks time, we have to complete this schedule and slides so that you are ready for presentation by 12th week. Is this clear?
Yes.
Miss,
There are titles.
where
Yes.
can I find this Excel document?
Under files, if you go to MS Theme, under files, click the files. You can see one option. If you want, I don't know whether I can share. I don't want to switch over because it takes time. You go to MS Theme. Under there are menus, right? There are tabs on the top: post, feed, assignment, class note, OneNote, right? Under that you can see file. Click the file. You can see three folders. One is for assessment. Click on the assessment. You can open this Excel sheet. All right. It's an MS theme in your class theme.
I
You
got
please
it.
check. Yeah, otherwise you can start entering, but don't take much time. We'll start the class soon. You have to fill up so that I can prepare your schedule of presentation. You should also submit slides or poster. Anyone is mandatory. Okay. Although I'm not going to mark on the slides, it's mandatory that you are ready for the slide. Based on the slides and poster only, I can give you timing. There's no point I give you timing. I thought of making subgroups, but better let us listen to, let all students listen to your presentation. That's easier and then get good comments from your peers. Okay.
Miss, I want to ask.
Yes. Yes.
Do we have the maximum amount for the slide?
3 minutes, right? Literally 3 slides are enough. It depends on your talk, your way of referring. You don't even refer the slides, means just 3 slides enough. You want to follow the slides, take material, some reference from slides, you can prepare maximum 5 slides. All right? There is no limitation on the slide.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
That's only guideline for your presentation and to know what you are presenting. All right. I thought of asking abstract, but doesn't matter. You go by the slides, prepare slides. In the slides you give number 1 is the title, with all the information that you want to say about the project, and then second one maybe the highlight of the project, third one conclusion or summary of the project. Finish. Okay. So you need to fill up this form. Let me start the class with the sharing slides because I already 10 minutes over. Okay. Any more question? Any quick question I can answer?
Hello, Miss.
Yes, somebody is calling.
I can't find my name.
You can't find?
My name.
Lab.
My name.
Your name?
Yeah.
No, I didn't put any of your name. All those titles and names are filled by you. If you don't get it, you have to enter. You need to enter your name. You can enter your name.
Because last time I fill already.
Oh, you fill it. You please check once again. I'm sorry if it is not there. You check once again all through the Excel sheet. If it is there, you find. Otherwise, please retype.
Sure.
Others don't disturb the file. Please behave professional. Everyone, you should not disturb others' data. All are accessing this file. And don't avoid duplicating the titles. That's the purpose I put it together. When you are entering, make sure that this title is not duplicated by others. Other one have written as materials like glass. You should not touch the title. Go for other materials. Okay. Right. All of you can see the slide. Chapter 3?
Yes.
Okay. I'll try to zoom this time. Let me try. Can you all see the slide and laser point? Is the laser point moving on the slide? Can you see the slide, I mean the laser point moving on the slide?
Yes.
Okay, thank
Laser
you.
point of
No laser point.
No laser.
Red color. Oh, I can see why you can see. What's up? Maybe pen. I choose pen. Can you see the point?
yeah.
Better.
Yes.
I use the thicker one. Highlighter pen. Highlighter red color. One moment, sir. I choose red color. Can you see the highlighter moving on the screen? The red color highlighter moving on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So today's title is on facilities and machineries. We are still at the CO1 because there are a number of things to learn under CO1. Identify type of construction projects with the site planning, roles, responsibilities of the parties, temporary facilities, construction plans, and machineries. We are at the last point in CLO1. Nowadays, it is not CLO1, SLO1. Can you guess what is SLO1? Internationally, I attended one seminar last week, international seminar about engineering board, conducted by engineer boards from UK, US, all over the world. Can you say what is SLO might be? CLO is course learning outcome, isn't it? What may be SLO quickly? Student learning outcome, okay? Already we are having student-centered approach. That means student have to talk more, student will participate in the class more than the teacher. Now, the outcome itself, student learning outcome. It's not course learning. You don't have to mug up all the courses, but what you learned, what is your outcome is mandatory for any course, attending any course, registering any course, right? So in this, the student learning outcome in future will be like this. Okay, next one. You are seeing many equipments. At the end of the class, you can name all this equipment, I'm sure. Last class, just a quick wrap up of what we have done last class: site clearance, earthwork, excavation, storage, and quiz on Kahoot, right? What do you learn from site clearance? What do you do in site clearance? How many of you there in the class? Let me check. Today the attendance will be taken by downloading this option and see download attendance list. So attend until the end of the class, right? It's not by Kahoot or quiz, although I will also record the marking for that. Attendance will be taken by this. So for 100 students join, there are about 14 students left to join. Right, come on, answer me. What do you learn in site clearance? Can you see the slide?
Topsoil.
Remove the access.
Okay, please close the microphones. Demolition, grubbing, removal, right? Number one, demolition of the existing building, maybe any building, any boulders, any hills, any topsoils of the hill. You have to remove all to level the ground according to the drawing. And then grubbing out bushes and trees, unwanted bushes, trees, debris, wooden pieces, the dead materials, cemeteries, you have to remove. Removal of topsoil, also important. It's because maybe soft soil, maybe soft or loose soil which cannot hold the structure strongly. So you need to remove topsoil to a level that where it is stronger. The strength of the soil is improving down. Right. So these are the purposes served by site clearance. And we had a nice Kahoot, right? These are the champions. I'm proud to say about our champions of the lottery. Who will be the champion for today? Wang Wai Zheng, Jeff Jia, Tongka Yung. And these two guys, they achieve 9 out of 9, 9 out of 10, both of them 9 out of 10. But based on the time consumption, they are differing. The time they used and the score, they differing. So they are on the same level. So let's see who will be the topper today. Everyone should appear here. All 214 should be here. Right. Let's move on. Outcome expected for today's class, right? Can you see the slide?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Today we're going to learn all about machineries, equipments used for construction. About 11 equipments I brought on here according to the slide, but you can have any number according to the development, right? Development and technologies today. The basic things are excavators, sometimes they are called as bobcat, backhoe, scraper, bulldozer, motor grader, forklift, truck, tipper truck, dragline, roller compactor, and it can be called as roller or compactor, and cranes, right? 11 equipments you're going to see, their functions and operations. Mechanical parts you should be knowing, but fixing any problem, troubleshooting will be done by mechanical engineers. At least you should know what are the basic principles under which they are all working, right? Simple troubleshooting even civil engineers can do at times. Lastly, the interesting part is quiz, and this is graded. All who have to participate, all 114 have to participate, because there is a 2 marks given for this quiz. Today I created using these quizzes. I will give you the instruction at the end of the class how to access. Very simple. It's again by joining by code. You need to go to the website, join, you play. I don't have to wait for you. You can start playing yourself. The question and answer, you can do it in the same screen. That's why I go to quizzes. You don't have to use 2 screens. Just one screen will have both question and option for answering. You can do it conveniently, right? When you enter the name, you have to enter your full name. That's important. Okay, only then you will get mark. If no other names don't also if you don't give any other name, it's not a nickname. You have to give your full name so that the grading will be given corresponding to the name. Okay.
Ma'am, repeat that. What did you say about the quiz?
For quiz, you have to go to the website. You need to key in the pin, and you'll ask for your name. You have to enter your real name, full name, to the length that it is possible. You can even type full name. It's possible in quizzes. Okay. Please type your full name. Don't type any other nickname. Otherwise, you will miss your attendance and your marking for
So
today.
we will not use Kahoot today, right, teacher?
Yes, Kahoot is already marked, and this one is also marked. Start from today, I will have, because I need to conduct at least 10 quizzes, so that the mark will be 20, right? So we are left with another 3 or 5 classes. So I'll be conducting quizzes every day. It is marked 2 marks given for every class. So attend without fail. All right?
So there's how many questions in the quiz?
Roughly 10.
Will it come
The
by?
quiz, the quiz is
Excuse me,
not,
miss. When will be the quiz?
There will be a
the
time
quiz
for
is,
questions.
no, the quizzes are not graded. The participation is, when you participate itself, you will get 2 marks. It is every day. It is to check how much you learn every day, right?
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Teacher, in the quizzes website, we have to sign up. So how to sign up? Should we use our email and
No, I will give you the list. I will give you the instruction, and the instructions are posted. When you join the class, right? In the joining in description box, I have given the website. I have given everything except the code to join. Did you read the description box when you join the class?
Is it on
I will repeat. Don't waste our time now. I will repeat at the end of the class. I will repeat the instructions so that you can join the quiz. Okay? Don't worry.
Okay, thanks.
I repeat once again, it is not graded for your answers. Your participation is given 2 marks. You need to participate. It is self-evaluation. If you answer, the correct answers also displayed. You correct yourself if it is wrong. That's the main purpose of conducting quiz. Okay. It is interesting because it's theory. Another one, we are learning remotely. I don't know how much you learn, how many of you participate. Maybe based on this quiz, we can assess ourselves every day's class. All right, that's the purpose of conducting this. Take it sportive, attend all the quizzes. Okay, let's move on. Type of machineries. Mainly they can be of earth moving. Yes. Any question? Any question?
किसी जवाब नहीं दिया तुमने।
What? Okay. You can see the slide, right? You can see the slide, right?
Yes.
Okay. Equipments for construction or machineries for constructions are mainly classified into earth moving and transportation. Today we will see these two categories. Others will follow as it is, right? I mean, there may be a subsection of these. So they are earth moving or excavation plant, transportation plant, compaction equipment, asphalt processing and carpeting, drill equipment, dumping equipment, specialized machinery, miscellaneous equipments. Okay, let's do study one by one, their functions, their purpose, their limitations. Please listen to the class carefully. I took all questions from these slides only. You can easily answer. Earth moving and excavation plant. Start with. You see the photograph here. Earth moving, mainly used for excavation, right? Earth means soil. Need to move the soil, move the unwanted soils and sand, silts available on the site. You can see the equipment here. The better picture will be shown in this one. Okay, here, something like this. You saw earlier, right? It may be a sharp edge or blade. Blade will be used depending on the operation. It may be a blade, straight blade, or angle blade, or a cushion type of blade, depending on the soil type, carried by a truck. And there is a truck for transporting the soil. We'll see one by one. First is the excavator. Sometimes they are called as bobcat. Remember, huh? And then you see the picture. Remember the picture, right? A civil engineer going to become a field engineer, or supervisor, manager, project manager in future. You should know and distinguish different equipments used for construction purpose. Right? Come on, function. What are the functions of this type of equipment? To excavate soil. Because this I did, but I didn't save, I think. So mainly used for excavation of the soil. These type of equipments are used for excavation of soil. Can you all see the slide?
It's too slow, teacher. Too small.
Yeah, small. I will bigger one. No, can you all see the slide now? You can
Yes.
see the slide, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I take the highlighter only. Sorry. Okay. To excavate soil at the site during site clearing. To dig trenches and there may be trenches or drains. Right? The trenches may be a pit, right? It may be a pit, unwanted soil, or the drain, to remove contaminated soil or unwanted soil and transfer it to the tipper truck, maybe a truck or tipper truck, depending on the purpose. Raising interior or exterior wall. It's also a purpose of raising. You can use this one all around the site. Installing culverts and irrigation lines or utility lines. I said before, the construction start with subsurface construction. Subsurface construction will be mainly for underground drainage work. For construction of underground drainage work, the pits are to be dig properly without affecting the existing lines of electricity, water, gas, and so on, right? So for all these purposes, excavators are useful for construction or installation of the culverts. Culverts are, there are two types of drainage systems. One is culvert and another one is super passage. Okay, culverts means any facility will be rail will be rail track, or a road or a bridge will be bridge will be constructed over a drainage system, right? Now we are constructing a subsurface drainage over which a superstructure will come, right? They will raise the structure on top. So culverts are the one. It's a type of drainage system which has a superstructure on top of it, or any facility on top of it. The facility may be a structure, a building, a railway track, or roadway, or any other type of bridge. So in that case, you need to dig the soil, construct the culverts first. So these types of functions will be served by an excavator or a bobcat. Excavator transporting soil into the lorry or any truck. Further, you can see many pictures of this one so that you can understand and differentiate from other equipments. It is having, sometimes it is carried by the cranes. So you have a bucket type, right? That is, you can see here, there is boom, right? There's a boom and extendable stem is there, ended with a bucket of different shapes and size, right? All are buckets like this type to excavate the soil. You can see here, this also here is mounted on a truck with a hook.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Did you change your slides? Because I'm still looking at function.
What function?
Function to excavate soil at site during site clearing.
This one. You want me to repeat?
No. Did you change your slide? Because I'm still looking at the previous slide, I guess.
No, I didn't change the content, only change the size of the font and others.
Were you showing a picture just now?
With the
yeah, these pictures are already there. It's in the older slide.
Oh,
the pictures are there.
I'm not seeing any picture here.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not properly downloaded. The pictures are there. Can you see the, for now, can you watch through MS Team? I'm showing the video there. The photos are there.
We are on slide 9. We are on slide 9.
Okay. Okay. Can you see the slide?
Yes, the slides, the function.
Is that correct? You can see the backhoe. Next is the backhoe. When you ask question, please give the name so that I can call you back to check. Who called me just now for slides? Hi. Can you see the slide? Hello.
Yes, slide 9.
Yes, ma'am.
So we saw the excavator. The only difference is it has a truck. I mean the excavator. The equipment is installed on a truck and it is carrying a bucket, right? 3 items are there. One is a boom, the extendable limb or a stem, and a bucket. This is the excavator. Next is a backhoe. The name is a backhoe. It is similar to the excavator but having a backhoe, right? Front and back, you can see this backhoe. Again, to dig the soil. Not only dig soil, it cuts forestry, remove unwanted things on the ground. Loading bucket can be used to push, can either carry dirt or gravel, sand and other materials. Same like excavator, purpose of excavator, but the difference is it is having a backhoe, another bucket at the back, right? To excavate the soil and transfer it. Yes?
Excuse me, but it looks like you're showing now the picture of the backhoe, right?
No, function of the backhoe.
So
no, we can't see.
You can see function of the backhoe. Function, I'm at the function of backhoe.
My screen still shows at the function of the excavator.
We see
let me see any other file open. One moment, sir. Only one slide open. How come you can see many? I have only one slide open. I am sharing this slide. Okay, can you see the slide? Function of backhoe?
Yes.
Okay, good. Where we are? Okay, same purpose as it is served by excavator, and the extra arrangement, extra fitting for both together collection and deposition. Collection and transport is easier, faster using backhoe. Additional arrangements are there. So the purpose is to dig, to push and carry dirts from one place to another or to the disposal yard, to excavate the soil and transfer it into truck. Some of the backhoe, pictures of backhoe. Can you see pictures of backhoe? It has a boom at the back, and there is another one at the, this is the bucket, long bucket for excavation, and this is the boom. Wherever it is necessary, it will remove the soil. You can see another picture, and this is another picture.
Sorry, miss, to interrupt again. I don't see any picture there.
Others? Can you others answer? Can you see the picture? 3 backhoes I'm showing here.
No, we
No.
cannot see.
Please, sorry.
No.
Yes.
Yes, now can.
Yes.
You can see now. Maybe when I
Yes.
zoom, it is
Yes,
not
yes.
showing. I'm so sorry. Like keep it in this view. When I zoom it, it doesn't show. That's a problem in MS Team overall. In Zoom, it is not a problem. Okay, let me have this view. Bigger this size. Okay, fit to this window. Okay. All right. Can you see 3 backhoes on the slide?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You see and understand how the structure is. Both sides it has the cutter or excavators mounted on a truck, a small truck with the cabin for people to sit with the protected windows so that the things are not spilling over the people, affecting the person who is driving the vehicle. Next, mini backhoe. It's another type of mini backhoe. Not much to say. Maybe on the leveling in final touch or small work, small site work, we can use this mini backhoe. This is used for military purpose. It seems it's used for military purpose. There's also another type of backhoe you're seeing here. Those are the military side. That's why it's green in color. Sometimes they hide and they fight, so they have to be hidden. That's why the color is green. Okay, next one. Next one. Scrapper, we are at 3rd. I think we have enough time. This is a scrapper. Please try to understand the difference. How is the scrapper? Looks like this. One moment. Scrapper some similar to the excavator, but bit varying. You can see the screens here, right? You can see the screens here in addition to the bucket. Let's see. What does it do? What is the scrapper doing? A piece of heavy equipment used for earth moving. Also earth moving. Scrappers can vary efficient on short haul. Haul means body part, right? Body part or the wall of the equipment. Where the cut and fill areas are. Okay, I wanted to recall. I mean, last class we did earthwork, right? What are the types of earthwork you did? It might be. There are 3 processes taking place in earthwork, right? What are they? Anybody quickly? I want to do it in the recap of last class, but sorry.
Cut and fill.
Very good. Number
Cut
2.
and fill. Cut.
Yeah.
And
3.
fill.
Yeah. Very good. 3 operations. How do you do? Based on what you do all these 3 operations? Either cut or fill or cut and fill, right? 3 operations are going on in any earthwork. Based on what you do? What's a guideline for doing this? Cut and fill, whatever it is. Based on what you do? Based on what?
Based on the original design.
What design? What is your
Of the
reference point?
Depth
Drawings.
of the foundation.
Drawing needs.
Drawings. Plan view, profiling view, right? Profiling view, and also cut elevation view or sectional view at different points. Mainly on special structures like at the point of main beam, at the point of main slab, or any lowering of the level, suddenly high up the level. At these points, you'll have different sections to know how the leveling needs to be done, or the basement should be, the platform should be prepared for construction above. Okay, where we are? So in this case, together to have sufficient length to fill the hopper, temporary storage bin. The scrapers can vary efficient on short holes where the cut and fill areas are close together and have sufficient length to fill the hopper and used for leveling. So in addition to cutting, the scrapers are doing the job of leveling, scraping, right? Scraping or trimming. It is used for trimming the ground, leveling the ground. At the same time, they are moving the earth. And this body structure is depending on the capacity of the, you need to decide what is the capacity of the body so that the cut and fill can be calculated. Further, the scraper, some more information about the scraper. Please listen carefully. It consists of, all of you can see the slide, right? It consists of a power unit, a scraper ball. Design and basic operation of the scraper ball consists of a shaped ball with cutting edge and can be lowered to cut the top surface of the soil to a depth of 300 mm, right? 300 mm, 30 cm, 1 foot, right? It can cut for 1 foot at one stroke, one blow. As the ball moves forward, the loosened earth is forced into the container, and when full, the cutting edge is raised to seal the ball. It's automatic. Whenever it is cut, I read the sentence once again. Once the scraper is cutting, earth is forced into the container, and when it is full, cutting edge is raised to seal the ball, right? So it will be done properly with the proper. When you mean the closing is necessary, it's because when it is lifted up, there is a chance of spilling, right? So it is properly sealed and then transported to the truck. That's the way the scraper is working. I'll show the picture once again. You can see here. You can see here with the screening arrangement and the cutter. Once it's filled, it is automatically dropped into the truck. Maybe I can show the video for operation if you want at the end of the class. More easier to understand. Where we are? Okay, here. All right. Okay, what needs to be? I mean, next is a bulldozer. One moment. Let me mix up the story.
Is it bulldozer? This one?
One moment. I could put the charger. Yeah, next is the third one is the scraper. Fourth one is a bulldozer. Okay. Fourth one is a bulldozer. Just one moment. Okay. Let me finish one more slide on this. You can see the scraper here. Right. It's a nice view to see the scraper. Right. Scraper is used for leveling. I repeat once again. Scraper is used for leveling, and you can see the arrangement here. Right. The leveling arrangement. And here also you can see this one, right? As it is moving on the ground, it is leveling the ground. At the same time, wherever it is the extra soil, it will be filled into the cabin or bucket. Closes automatically when it is full, so that it can transport it to a truck. You see here, maybe we have to watch the video so that you can see when it is in operation. Another example how it is being leveled. Fourth one is the bulldozer. Okay, you can see almost similar type of structures, but functionally they are varying. I repeat once again. Number one is the excavator, excavate the soil, and then another picture is the backhoe. Backhoe picture is something like this. Backhoe on both sides got bucket, everything, and then leveler, scraper. Scraper is a big arrangement with the screening, with the bucket like this, automatic closing, and then let's show the scraper once again, the picture. See, scraper looks like this. Scraper look like this, having a leveled bottom. You can see the leveled bottom at the here. And then we are moving on to bulldozer. Bulldozer You can see here a big tire connected by a long chain or continuous chain. Okay, let's see the parts of the bulldozer. It's a cabin for the crew to sit down and or driver to sit down and drive. Exhaust pipe, air pre-cleaner filter. The filter is also provided because it is a heavy motor running. You need to have a filter to avoid polluting the air. A blade lift cylinder. Okay, this is a lift cylinder, or you can see this, call this as a boom. And then blade. This is a blade, big blade, angle. I mean, it's not a straight blade. Okay, it's just a bend, a small bend is there. You can see the straight blade here. The bucket is a bit bend. Truck idler, push frame. There's a push frame moving in front and back. Okay, push frame for moving front and back. Cutting edge is sharp edge. Track roller frame. Okay, this frame is holding all the tires inside. Final drive is a wheel. A ripper cylinder, diesel motor component. Okay, all the engine items are posed here. You can see blade, trowel, tractor, and a ripper. Okay, the ripper or a cutter. Ripper at the back. Bulldozer is really using for heavy things, heavy buildings, heavy structure, maybe long bridge building to be moved out of the site. Let's see one by one. The structure looks like this. Okay, structure look like this. There is a bucket and there is a scraper here, or ripper we can say ripper. A tooth, tip tooth or sharp tip tooth is available. Okay, what does it do? To do stripping at the site. Okay, I'll bigger the size. Small size. Okay, to create it does the sum purpose of leveling, but to create the same level of the soil, and these equipments are used. Overall, all these equipments are used for earthwork. Okay, earth transportation, earth moving, right? They are slightly varying depending on the capacity and the engine they host. To create same level of soil, bulldozer can be used to assist scraper, where it acts as a pusher over the last meters of a scrap in order to obtain a full load into the ball. Just little bit, the ball of a scraper, right? Bulldozer can be part of a scraper or leveler. Scraper is called leveler. It can be, bulldozer can be a part of the leveler, so that it can pull things into the truck, into the bucket hosed by scraper. You can see these types. It has a bucket. Only difference is the wheel type. It is hosting because bulldozer can travel through many undulations, bushes, travel into bushes, rough surfaces, scrubs, right? Hence the tire is hosed like this. It should be framed or hosed by a connector, a common connector, and then again it has a bucket. All these arrangements. It may be part of a scraper. The scraper is arranged at the back so that it can collect the soil automatically. You can see different types of bulldozers here. Bulldozer in operation. You can see here a huge soil needs to be removed. It is not excavating below the ground, but removing, pulling things on the ground, moving earth on the ground, right? Heavy engine, using heavy engine, heavier than excavators and others. More in common, right? But may varying from place to place or specific purpose. Grader. You can see the grader pictures here. Graders are just a truck, a small truck with the grading arrangement. Let's read the slide first so that you can know the difference, how they are being used. Finished. It is not moving earth. After all scrappers done, after all excavation, after all scrapping done. Look at the size. I did, but I think I didn't save, unfortunately. This is commercial areas. Okay. Functions of a grader, motor grader, right? All are operated by motor, but it is given the name motor grader. It doesn't function without the battery. It's not functioning under battery or solar system now. Is under motor driven. Okay, used for finishing to find limits large area of ground that have been scrapped, bulldozed to the required form level. Maybe trimmer, you can call this as a trimmer. After cutting, like shaving, after cutting you have to trim, right? So this is a trimmer. After bulldozer, after scraper, the motor trimmer will be motor scraper, motor grader. Motor grader, it grades or levels the ground to final limits up to the drawings. Can only be used for grade the surface. It's not for cutting, it's not for leveling, but grading, right? Grading is maybe, grading means you can see the level is slowly going down or going up, right? It is not complete level. It may be reaching the required level on top of the ground, like starting from one side of the site, it will be glowing down towards east or towards north, depending on the purpose of the building or depending on the reference to the drawings supplied by the contractor. So it is really useful for grading the surface. It is more than leveling. Okay, leveling is useful to reach the common platform for construction. On top, you need to have a grading so that proper drainage can be constructed, proper levels can be maintained across the building site. So the graders are useful for grading purpose or reach the required level at each and every point in the site. Can be used for oversight excavation work because of their low motive power. It's doing a light work which is achieving the level on top. Normally you see the subsurface drainage and common, normally we go for a gravity type. We have to avoid unnecessary adding head or adding pressure to the flow. It should flow automatically. Start from subsurface drainage, it should be flowing automatically or by gravity. To reach this, you have to slowly grade it or slowly lower the grade of the ground until the end or until the sump level of the ground. So hardly it can be about starting from half a foot, you can reach up to 1.5 feet at the end of the site. The lowest level may be up to 1.5 feet, not more than that. So the grading is done by grader to reach the levels at each and every point on the ground. For example, achieving the gravity flow of the underground drainage, gravity flow of the any rainfall is there, it will flow by gravity towards the sump line. Can be used oversight excavation and because of this power and also the purpose. Motor grader looks like this. You see they have the bucket located at the bottom to they will measure each and every point. It's fixed like this. It will be moving and grading, raising and lowering. You can keep the required level at each and every point. Next, road building basics. The picture from road building basics. You can see here. You can see here a little bit higher and going down, going down, going down, going down. You can see, you can observe. It's only grading. This is called grading. Higher level, slowly going down to then maybe this is a drainage ditch and then a branch of this one. Another one slowly going down towards the lower level so that you can achieve a gravity flow. So far we saw all the excavation type, ground, moving earth, cutting soil, moving soil, trimming soil, leveling soil, grading soil, right? Now, transport. How do you transport these material? It may be earth, it may be material or people or goods at the site. Again, these are all the equipments and facilities we're going to look into, but a different purpose. Last time we saw about the earthwork. Now we're going to see transportation of the materials and equipments and people inside the site. What are the equipments used? How many equipments we saw so far? How many equipments you learned?
5.
Only 5. What are they? Excavator,
Excavator, backhoe, scraper, bulldozer, water grader.
Okay. I can hear only the same voice all the time. I doubt. Please attend. Everyone should voice out, right? Although it is chorus, it's for a while only. If you answer in the class, you will not forget lifetime. Okay, it's a quick recap, right? Followed by 6th one, forklift, used for material lifting. It's very interesting if you see the works going on during the site construction, during the construction. If you have a chance, please visit. You can show your card and you can ask them permission to enter. And it's good if you have a CIDB card. Do you know CIDB card? I think seniors must be knowing. CIDB
Can
construction.
we activate the CIDB card now?
Yes, online. It's online. For foreigners, you need to submit with a passport copy to who is teaching. Maybe any engineers you can submit. Not to me, because I never do this. I'm also foreigner, so you can follow. You can take local people. You can apply online. CIDB. Go to CIDB website, and you apply online with your ICG and everything. They will provide you the card. This card is a passport for
CIDB or P?
CIDB, I write here. CIDB, Industry Development Board, Malaysia. You can see? All of you can see the CIDB board?
Yes.
So you need to go to this website. There are instructions how to enter your information. You submit online, you can get it. For foreigners, you complete. I don't know whether you can access the form right now or not. You because of the COVID, you try. You can fill in the form, attach with the passport. If you cannot submit, download all the filled in form and the passport copy. Submit to office. Submit to office or any engineers like Dr. Ayarli, Ayaban, Dr. Dab. Anybody you can submit. They will help you to submit and then get the card. This card is mandatory for all engineers, all students who are visiting the site, who are going for a site visit. It's a passport for entering any construction site. Without that, you cannot enter. All right. Although you provide all the PPE, you cannot simply enter the site. Without this card, they will not allow you to enter the card. Enter the site. Once you have the card, you can enter anywhere, any construction site, anywhere. They will allow you to go, and you can also interview them, talk to them, how they mix the concrete, how they store the materials, what are the challenges they are meeting. It's very interesting. You can take charge on yourself, but take your own risk, everything. So for learning purpose, you can go sites nearby, like if you are staying in nearby the university, you can go to Majestic Maxim, you just show the card, they may let you, right? So you try this way, but try to apply for CIDB card. For seniors, if this is expiring, please apply for renewal until you end your course. After ending, once you become engineers, you can, a graduated engineer, you can replace with other card. They have the levels. You can show them, right? You can renew your card. All right, right. So you have to enter the site to see. You can, if you see at any site, you can see such structures. All right. One moment. Okay, leave it. I will remove later. I undo. Although it's stuck here. All right. You can see the forklift like this, right? It's all carrying materials, transporting materials, lifting up the materials. Let's see the slides. Right. Internet is there. Okay, good. System hand. One moment, sir. System hand. I'm sorry. Okay, are you there? I need to finish. Forklift, right? We are at forklift. Functioning of forklift, right? Can you all see the slide?
Yes.
Okay, good. So purpose of the name itself is a lift. Try to understand by that, and you can differentiate by this word forklift, right? This is for lifting. Maybe it's varying for the window. I set it for the zoom view by showing now small, right? Handling mainly palleted. Pallet means a plate. Palleted materials quickly and efficiently around building site areas. A big size of plate-like structures, maybe a block, a building block, concrete block, or any type of. It may be a hollow brick or precast structures. It may be a big wall which has to be lifted and positioned at the place where you need to build. All types of palleted, plated materials quickly and efficiently around the building site areas. Okay, this is mainly for lifting. Also able to carry certain unplated materials, rod, tube, pipes, like that. But this activity will need hand loading, right? Okay, because you need to stack the pipes inside the pallet so that it can be arranged nicely into the pallet or forklift for lifting purpose. As a conclusion, it is to lift and carry materials from one place to another. Okay, done. Forklift using like this. See, this roll palleted materials. What are the pictures before? Yeah. See, pallet, two pallet, maybe a beam like this, or maybe a plate, a big plate. Is nearly a plate-like structure here. You can use this load at this point, or maybe a big trolley or big crane. I mean, big trolley needs to be lifted up to another level. You can carry at this point and lift it up. And these are the materials carried with the proper covering. See the hollow blocks, hollow blocks are carried like this. It's wooden pieces, right? Wooden pieces maybe for farm work purpose, are going to build the windows and doors. And there are some, next one is a truck, okay? With this, all this material transport using what? Material transport of the site is used by, or lifting by forklift, okay? Forklift is used for lifting materials, lifting things from one place to another, one level to another. Okay, next one is a truck. All of you know that this is the joint structure for all these types of, most of the equipments used at the site should be a joint equipment or a part of the equipment to transport material, to carry material, to deposit material. Right, come on here. Function of a truck. Function of a truck is to transport. Automatically it is to transport because it's a truck. It is to transport topsoil or soil from site to place outside the site or at the embankment where it is being stored. Embankment is a soil filling, right? Cutting, opposite to cutting. To transport construction materials like aggregates, sand, bricks, cement, wooden pieces, glass, all the materials used for construction to the area in the site. Right? From the word itself, you can see it is for transporting materials from one place to another. Okay. The truck can be this type, right? The truck can be a straight one, which cannot be tilted. Another type may be tilting type or tipper. You can tip it. You can collect and then tip it. And these types of tipping truck can be used for loose soil, all the construction materials which is not tangible, or you cannot use this one for glass, right? You cannot simply tip it out for.
ये है मेरे को पड़ा लेकिन इसे खेलूंगा नहीं।
What?
हाँ? कौन? अहमद का पाँव टूटा हुआ यार।
I think he mistakenly open his camera.
Close your mic, bro.
Okay. So care should be taken where to use the truck and where to use the tipper truck. Okay. And bricks also cannot be carried by this one. Any sand, cement, fine materials can be carried by tipper truck so that it can be transported and stored at the construction site. The trucks can be normal trucks, which is at the 7th point, can be used for carrying tangible material or breakable materials, paints, right? Paints, lime, all the chemicals can be carried by the truck, right? Tipper truck, in function of the tipper truck. A truck or lorry, the rear platform of which can be raised, movable, raised or lowered for filling and loading and unloading materials at the site, right? That's the advantage of going for tipper truck. You can easily load it and unload it during its operation. You can see here, can be raised at the front and to enable the load to be discharged by gravity. It is not registered to, therefore it has no plate number. Okay. Care should be taken. It is not registered by the transportation department. Jabatan Pengatuan Jalan Raya Jalan, and therefore it has no plate number. Remember, it is not registered. It can be driven because they will mix and match the equipment. They may be attached to another truck, or tipper truck may be changed to truck. Truck can be changed to tipper truck, depending on the issues. That may be the reason, I suppose. But it is not registered. Make note, this is not registered. It's like your trowel and trolley or the tipper truck you are using at the site. It's an equipment, right? It's an equipment not registered. It cannot be driven on the road, and usually trailer used to carry the body, haul means the body, and from site to another, one side to another. The tipper truck cannot function itself. It must be attached to a truck driver to carry from one place to another. It can be the first, the advantages you can raise and lower while loading and unloading. What is it for again? Only soil, sand, the construction type, and loose materials, off-road construction plant. All these things are the limitations of using this tipper truck. Okay, applies to off-road construction plant only, not on road. Okay, because it may damage the construction. That's why we need to use off-road construction plan. Then next, we are left with a few more slides, then we go for 6:15. I will go for that your quiz program. Tipper truck again, you can see in, the tipper truck in operation is being unloading the material at the site, right? All the soil with the coverage, this cover is lifted, then it can flow by gravity. Drag line, very important. Drag line, mostly used whenever it is crossing other facilities. Your site is crossing other facilities, it will be very useful. It looks like this. Let me show you the other pictures. A simple one to understand. Drag line, it has something like this. The bucket is not detached. You see here, the bucket is detached, not attached with this boom, right? The lead point is detached. Used for excavating in loose soil material, soft soil below the level of the machine. The accuracy where the drag line can be excavated depends on skills of the operator. Okay, so this is similar to an excavator but having loose drag line. This is being lowered and raised. In addition to use this boom to lift it and raise it up, you can also use a drag line to raise and lower this bucket to cut the soil at the required level, right? So these drag lines are, it's a rope, it's a rope-like structure attached to the excavator. Each this excavator has already one extended limb. In addition to that, if it is to be raised or lower, maybe a well construction of a bore well, not bore well, construction of a dug well. Dug well means it's having a diameter about 3 meter or more than 1 meter. Dug well. Construction of a pond, construction of a dug well. These types of excavators are used, or this type of equipments are used. Advantages: you can raise and lower to a required depth to collect or cut and collect the material. For that, these ropes are helpful. So this is called drag line. You can see in the picture now. See here, this rope line attached to this boom or the frame, steel frame, is being lowered and raised so that the cutting or removing operation can be done by this. This is called drag line. Another type of drag line, a big picture I'll show you. You just observe for some time. A drag line is like this. You see here the rope line on the, it's rotating on the wheels, right? The rope rotating on the wheels, like a dug well where we lift the water. We have a bucket. By using rope, we lift water from the underground wells, isn't it? Something like that. There is a wheel, the pulley on which the rope is going round, another pulley, and it will carry the bucket, and this bucket can be lowered and raised to the required elevation and then transported to the truck. Okay. Another one with the drag line. It's called excavator, but a drag line, using a drag line to lift to the required elevation or depth. Roller compactor, we left with one more. We are finishing on time. What's the purpose of compactor? Anybody? The word itself is there. Maybe the seniors can help me.
Flatten the surface.
What flatten?
Leveling
Flatten
the
always
ground.
flatten. What? Anybody? Any seniors can answer me? What's the function of compactor? Why should we do compaction? There are questions on the in the picture. For one word, remove air voids, right? Remove air voids, gaps. The porous material needs to be compacted so that your structure will safely sit on the soil. If there is any gap, there are any gaps, it will soon settle down, isn't it? There are chances of quick landslides, settlement, because of if you leave any gaps, if you don't compact nicely, right? You see a big drum, a roller drum is there for compacting soil. Removal of air is called compaction. Remove the air, compact the soil, pack it closely, tightly, so that it can hold the structure above. Come on, let's see what is a function. In road construction, for example, road construction is mandatory. In road, because the heavy trucks and heavy vehicles are moving very often. It's being loaded very often, and dynamic loading. It's not static load, a dynamic load is there. So example one, in road construction used to compress the asphalt property in order to get, there will be a question in this line, please watch carefully. Compress the asphalt property in order to get a uniform compacted road surface, right? And the road material, asphalt is used as a road material, which has to be placed, laid, and compacted properly to have a uniform road surface. There are undulations, there is no smooth driving, isn't it? And they cannot carry materials smoothly. So road has to be compacted, especially when you do the asphalt layer, should be compacted, have a uniform road surface. At construction site, used to compress the soil that already been, asphalt is the top layer. Before you pour the tar, asphalt is a layer which is used for filling the road. So need to be constructed and compacted properly at the road construction. When you come to construction site, soil, right? The hot soil, soil below the topsoil which is being removed has to be compacted and then leveled in order to produce a well compacted surface or area to prevent excessive settlement, right? So mainly to avoid settlement, quick settlement, and hold the structures firmly for longer duration or during its life period, you need to compact the surface, the soil surface properly, tightly before you start the construction. So one of the example roller constructor is like this, roller compactor is like this. You can see the roller compactor like this. A simple one, a drum, big drum, which is being rotated to compact the soil. Okay, it's not flowing, but it is compacting. smoothing, compacting, or bring the soils particles together, packed tightly. Last one, a quick one. We need left at least 15 minutes. The quiz will go for about 5 to 6, 7 minutes because I given extra minutes this time, so you can read properly and answer. Okay. If you feel more, then we will next time I will change the time. Last one is a crane, a device or machine for lifting loads by means of a rope. Crane. Okay, if you know that it's meant for lifting objects. I told you in the beginning itself, whenever you go for site visit or any training, please ask for how it is being assembled and used, and then when it is not in operation, they will be closed. They will be, it's a zigzag arrangement. They will close how nicely they are closing the crane and storing it. And then when you open this crane also, when you want to use, you need to assemble the crane. That is also taking time, and care should be taken to properly assemble before you start the work, because it's a huge crane, right? An example one you can see in the Maxim, they position 2 cranes, very huge one. It's carrying huge blocks at very high level. The level may be, if it is the 40 floors, 40 times 3, how much is the height? 40 floors. For example, Majestic Maxim is 40 floors. Times 3 will be how much?
120.
120 meter high. 120 meter high, isn't it? 120 meter high. The lift has to be, the crane should be lifted up until 120 meter high, so that it can do the operation, do the building construction at the 40th floor. For example, I'm telling. So imagine the crane height and the risk of constructing at very height. All right. So it should be properly dismantled and erected to put into action or to go for operation purpose. Right. Cranes can be classified into 3 categories: mobile, static, and tower cranes. Mobile cranes, static cranes, or stationary cranes, tower cranes. Let's see one by one. There are also questions in this. I think you can check. Last one. Mobile cranes, number 1. Okay. Yeah, here the question is here. Many wide variety of design and capacities that generally with 360 rotation. Cranes have to rotate, right? Not leveler or scrapper need to rotate. Mobile cranes need to be, or in general, cranes need to be rotating 360 rotations, slewing, circle, low pivot. It should not be very hard pivot, a strong pivot, but low pivot so that you can keep moving and use it. Cranes are for moving things from one place to another, right? It may be moving or lifting. So it should have a low pivot. Pivot means positioning the equipment. Lifting jobs. It's for the purpose of lifting jobs. So the cranes are used for all these purposes, and the types of cranes used for these purposes, the types of cranes which can do 360 rotations, slewing, pivoting, low pivoting, and lifting jobs are self-propelled, lorry-mounted, track-mounted, mass cranes, gantry cranes. Gantry girder, it's maybe made due to the material they call this a gantry cranes. Later you study when you go to steel subject, gantry girder, I forgot the names, but one of them is gantry girder. For steel frames, they will use this word, right? So these are the types of cranes you can use. Let's see by picture, understand by picture how they are varying. Self-propelled cranes are like this. Self-propelled cranes. It's a small one. It's not a big thing. It's mounted on the vehicle like this. It's a basement is here. The crane is mounted on this vehicle. It can propel by the operator. Lorry mounted. This one is a big lorry mounted. Last one, there is no lorry. This is the basement only, right? You can see just a basement. But here it is hosted by a lorry, so that it can move from one place to another conveniently with a cabin for a driver. Wheel mounted. Wheel mounted crane. So depending on the capacity and the size, the mounting facilities are varying, right? And see the crane, which is of big capacity, has to be drawn by wheel mounted cranes. The wheels are there. Last time just a truck with its own wheels, right? And this one just a small basement, small platform to host this equipment. Mostly they are used for oil drilling, mines. They are used for mines activities. So just using the platform wheel only. But here there are many wheels, which are carrying the cranes of big capacity. Track mounted, it's on the rail track. It has to be moved on a rail track. Okay, maybe for this purpose and construction of these transmission lines, they will use cranes on the rail tracks. That's why track mounted. It's also a platform, but the platform is fixed to a track. It's a track, railway track. It will be moving, the crane will be moving on the railway track to complete this transmission line construction, or it may be any tower, or it may be any fixing problem, right? So the cranes of this type will be called track mounted railway track, track mounted cranes. We don't do much on this because you must able to differentiate. The functions are similar. Anyway, mechanical engineers will be at the site for troubleshooting. We should know how to differentiate and what are the functions of each one. Mass cranes. This is a very fantastic things, mainly used for aviation navigation purpose, or again oil drilling and the seashore, right? Offshore oil refineries are using these types of cranes for carrying their platform and taking to that spot where the mines are there under the sea. Okay, mass cranes. There's a mass type cranes are there. Gantry girder. Wait, I will just move this part. Gantry girder. I told you it's a girder type. A steel truss is used. There is a girder, and this is called girder. Gantry girder is used to hold the cranes. It is not just a truck or a trolley or a wheeled one. A girder itself is used to. Here you can see here. These are the types. These are the things. These are the rails on which the material is carried. This girder. These are the girders. I'm sorry. This is only the beam. This is a girder. The girder will be moving to and fro to move things from one place to another. Okay, so it is girder mounted. See, the material is carried. It's a girder is carrying the equipment from maybe from here to here or from here to here. Next one. Static cranes. These are all moving one. These are all moving one, either moved by the truck or trolley or a mast or by a gantry girder, right? Girder means a truss. You see here truss type. Truss type. A truss type girder is used to mount the cranes. It will be moving on to the girders. And then static cranes. Static means stable, not moving. The word itself is there, carrying the meaning. Static or unmovable cranes are used for lifting and transporting objects. How are they? Fixed at their working position. Used primarily for lifting heavy loads such as structural steel works. And the types are guide derrick, Scotch derrick, mono tower, rope ram lifting, looping cranes. The names are not much important, but understand that there are also fixed type of cranes for moving from one level to another, carrying materials, carrying concrete material, carrying blocks, carrying people to the required site, required level. Okay, I stop here for a while because these are all not much important. You can just have a read through. I didn't cover these things in the quiz anyway. You can read through because it's time up for our quiz. Just read through. These are different types of cranes. Based on the mounting arrangement, the names are followed. Okay, let's start with the quiz. There is only 10 minutes left. Let me open the file for you. So all of you, are you ready for the quiz? Are you ready? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. No.
All of you, please read the description box. Read the description box. Have you read the description box? You can see the website there, right? Join. What's that? Join. I post the message again in your chat box so that you can follow with the code I post now. Last time I didn't post the code. Let me give the code first.
Did you post it on the chat room?
One moment.
Miss,
One
can you
moment.
post again?
No, I'm going to do it. Just one moment, sir. One moment. Facilities. Play live. Continue. Classic. Okay, I got the code. Okay, I post now. All of you check in your chat box for the instruction and the code. One moment, I copy the code for you. 430-706. 430-706.
Can you give us the link, teacher?
See here, I have given the instruction nicely in the chat box. Please go to the chat box. Joinmyquiz.com. Type at the website, at the address
Where is
line.
the chat box, Miss?
Meeting chat, team, under team. Class team, go to class team, open the meeting chat, a triangular box with the lead line. Conversation box, meeting chat. Joinmyquiz.com. Enter the pin 430706. I request you once again to key in your full name so that you are graded, you are given attendance. There's also attendance, one question on attendance lastly, as usual. It's good if you join by UCSA ID and password, all right? Don't worry if we can't answer the question, doesn't matter, but make sure you got the right answer at the end. I see people joining. 60 people join, 70, nearing 70. I need all have to join. Please give your name. I don't like the Tian. Who is Tian? Please give your full name. I need only one, the people who are here, not extra names. Where I check how many of you are here. 112 are here. 112 people are here except 2 students. I don't know who are they. I need to check. Need I download this file? I can cross check your name. Nowadays, must have more with the attendance sheet. I can download the names. So don't try to cheat me. Please give your true name. Take it sportively. If you cannot attend, you can tell me.
Miss, the site is not loading.
What site is not loading? Which site? Why not? All people are joining. About joinmyquiz.com. Yes, 100 people join already.
Obama.
Please try once. Hey, you don't use Explorer, huh? It is not supporting Internet Explorer. Go for Mozilla, Chrome, or Opera. It won't support Internet Explorer. I mean, Internet Explorer cannot support this one because.
Do we have to log in?
Miss.
Either you can log in by UCSA ID or Gmail ID, but preferable UCSA ID, or
teacher,
give full name.
When I entered my name, I didn't have to log in there. I just wrote my name and it was there.
Okay, your name is there, right?
Yes.
What's your name?
Fahim Muntasir. Or Muntasir Fahim. No problem.
One moment. Should be here. It's here.
Okay.
Maybe I'll check once again. That's a different name. All are joining. Okay, quick one. We left with another 5 minutes. 105 people join. Know what happened to rest? How many are here? Any problem for anybody? 112 are here, but only 105 join. Where are the rest of 7 people? Once all of you join, I start the game. 106 join. Well, please don't waste others' time. And don't duplicate. I request you don't duplicate. I have to go for very strict site then. I give some leverage means do not misuse. Do not duplicate. Do not enter twice under your name or different name. You have to enter once under your name. Okay, let me start because I waited long. I posted already on the site in the beginning of half an hour before the class. You should be ready. It's just click and play. All right, let's start. 112 join. Let's start. Quick start. I started already. Yup, time. Yes, Xiao Mei. Anu, Yokia, June. Yabji, careful. Now, Tengjia, careful. Nesrinda, careful. Tundu, careful. Yongjia, careful. Mupinda, Wong Zhen, careful. Yabjia, careful. Last questions for attendance. Please answer carefully.
Yes, ma'am, done with the quiz.
Done.
Miss, I completed the quiz. Is that it?
Yes. Yes. You completed and submitted, right? Please hold on. Let's finish and let's see the final score. If you have time to continue, otherwise you can share the time. It's time to share.
Ma'am, do we have to submit the quiz? How to submit the quiz?
Can you see the quizzes?
Sorry?
Can you see the quizzes? Only 60
Yeah.
out of 115 done.
Okay.
Come 115. You're not working.
Just give me a minute. Yes.
Better I have to learn online. The leading person is Khalif Mohammed Ali, Wang Wei Zheng, as usual. Yup, Jia Jing. You can see your score, right? At the end of the submission.
Yes.
If you can see your score, you can leave. If you can continue, please continue. Otherwise, you can leave class.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Once all of you have done, I will end the game.
Miss?
Yes? Yes?
For the fill in the blanks, sometimes we answer like correctly, but in different way.
The
But
word
it seems
can
like
be,
incorrect.
yeah. If any keyword is
Yeah.
there,
So it's like for the
will
word.
select. Yes. I have given alternate answers. You can see on the screen top 5 people. Wow, Khalif Wotugan. And then Khalif, Muhammad Ali, Wan Wei Zheng, Yabzia Singh, Fung Zi Kong, Wang Shu Ying are the toppers today. Let's see, we are moving on.
Can we see top 15?
Another 25, about 20 will have time.
Ma'am, can we leave if you're done with the quiz?
Yes, if you are submitted, please leave. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
You have to answer all 10 questions, okay? Last question is for your attendance. That's mandatory. I will extract the attendance from there.
Yeah, do you want in which class? The class or not?
Okay, bye. Correct your answers. Correct answers also display soon after you end. You can see the correct answers for each question. And it will also show in your box. You can access it. Okay? You can download the report yourself. Another advantage going for this. You can download the report yourself. You can suggest to me which way is good, Kahoot or this one. Also, I can give later. You can give your feedback. Another 5 more. With that, I stop the game. 101 have submitted already. I don't know how come one. Maybe myself. I need to check. 103. 116 players done already. I end the game now. Okay. All of you have submitted, right?
Miss, how to submit?
No, when you answer 10th question, it will automatically pop up for the final final summary. That's it. It's not submission. Yeah, you answer 10th question. Done. There's a button done. 107 done. Okay, 170. Hey, don't re-enter, please. Don't re-enter. Otherwise, I have to stick to other way. I will not give code anymore. 107, 117. Wow. I need to get on the next. Anyway, I have the attendees. Don't worry.
Miss, can I leave now?
You can leave. If you have done all the 10 questions, you can leave now. Okay. 107. Shall I end the game? All of you submitted?
Miss, can we leave if we finish?
You can leave. Once you complete all 10 questions, you can leave.
Okay, Miss.
I'll show the upwards next class because it's taking much time. You have other classes. You can leave if you want. We left with another 9 more people. Don't re-enter, please. Don't waste others' time. Only 79 are like about 70% only you answer correctly. 11 answer correctly. Oh, very big mistake here. Tipper truck. Don't understand tipper truck. Or dash with the construction area. Please, some questions. We need a revision of the slides, I understand. Okay, I end the game. 118 players done in the game. End game. Okay, bye-bye. See you next time. I will show you the report now. Let's see the report. First one. Hey, what's his name? Easy. What is this? Okay, see you then. See you next class. Bye-bye.
Hi, Miss.
Bye.
Hi, Miss.
Bye. See you next class. Hopefully, I will come back to campus or at home. Bye-bye. I stop the recording.